Hello dear students, good morning. You are most welcome to my video class. As you know, my name is Harendra Tiwari from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. In last video, I taught you about that Boyle's law, the statements of Boyle's law. There are some graphs related to Boyle's law. As we know, Boyle's law is the pressure-volume relationship. Now, our second law or next law that we are going to learn in this video, this is Charles' law. So, Charles' law, it is commonly known as, do you know what? Temperature, volume relationship. Might you have know that temperature volume relationship means what? The meaning of temperature volume relationship, variation of temperature with volume, variation of volume with the temperature. He kept constant the two parameters. The constant parameter was fixed mass. We can write the mass. This is the amount of substance and pressure. He performed an experiment, and on the basis of his experiment, he put forward his law. The observation whatever he got, on the basis of his experiment, he given the some statements. That statement we are learning as a Charles law. So what experiment he had performed, let us first try to understand. He took one vessel. In this vessel, he filled some definite amount of gas. Definite amount of gas means mass constant, and he applied over a pressure. For applying pressure, he mounted or fixed one piston in the vessel. Through this piston, he applied the pressure. So the pressure is equal to P. So external and internal pressure, or internal and external pressure equal. That's why this piston is balanced at this point. So pressure, it was also constant, and he studied the variation of volume with temperature. He studied the variation of volume with temperature. So we can write this figure is expresses or tells us study of variation in volume with temperature. He keep on changing the temperature, and at the different temperature he observed how does volume keep on changing. Is it clear? and on the basis of his observation he made his law. So now the question, what was his observation? So his observation, he noted down the volume at 0 degree Celsius temperature, the volume at 0 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas is equal to V naught. If at T degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas will be Vt. He observed if he increased the temperature T plus 1 degree Celsius, means he increased temperature by 1 degree Celsius temperature, he observed the volume of gas increases by Vt plus Vt by 273.15. Means what changes he observed in volume when he increased the temperature 1 degree Celsius, then he observed the volume increases with a fixed value. That value was 1 by 273.15 of his original volume. You didn't get? Listen. Suppose at 20 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas was 30 centimeter cube. He increased on increasing temperature 1 degree Celsius. He observed volume increases 30 centimeter cube plus 20. Original volume 30 centimeter cube was 30 centimeter cube by 273.15. Means on increasing temperature 1 degree Celsius, he observed that the volume of the gas increased by 30 by 273.15. 30 is what? Original volume, whatever. If the volume is Vt, then volume increase Vt by 273.15. We indicate for any volume at any temperature. T indicate at any T degree Celsius temperature. So at any T degree Celsius temperature, whatever the volume of the gas we have, and if we increase by 1 degree Celsius the temperature, then we will observe the volume will increase 273.15. 1 upon 273.15 times of the original volume. Means he observed an increment volume increases on each 1 degree Celsius temperature 1 by 273.15 parts. It is clear about the increase. The same things he observed in reverse manner when he decreased the when he decreased the temperature of the gas by 1 degree Celsius. When he decreased temperatures, so this observation about on increasing temperature 1 degree Celsius. Now what happened when he decreased? On decreasing temperature temperature 1 degree Celsius. When he decreases the temperature 1 degree Celsius, he observed that at then our new temperature will be T minus 1 degree Celsius. So at T minus 1 degree Celsius, temperature volume of gas he found decreases minus Vt upon 273.15. Means what was the original volume that decreased by 1 by 273.15 parts of the original volume. For example, if his temperature at 20 degrees Celsius, the volume was 30 centimeter cube, then at 20 minus 1 degree Celsius, that will be at 19 degrees Celsius, he observed new volume became 30 minus 30 divided by 273.15 centimeter cube. So he made his statement on the basis of his observation. So what was his his statements? Just I am going to write here. At constant mass and pressure, constant pressure and mass, volume of the gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273.15 parts on each 1 degree Celsius rise or fall in temperature respectively. His statement based on the mathematical expression of the observation whatever he had observed through the experiment. Mathematical expression, it was totally at constant pressure and mass, volume of the gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273.15 parts on each 1 degree Celsius rise or fall in temperature respectively. If the temperature rise, then volume will increase. If the temperature fall, then volume will decrease. So first of all, you have noted down it, then I will move forward with the other consequences of the Charles law. Clear? Now this is a case first. I will take here. When temperature fall. Suppose at 0 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas is V0. We suppose that 0 degree Celsius temperature, volume of the gas V0. Then at minus 1 degree Celsius temperature, what will be the volume according to our definition of gas or according to the observation of the Charles experiment? Volume of gas V naught minus V naught divided by 273.15. This volume decreases at minus 2 degree Celsius temperature. We will observe the volume of gas, the 2 times will decrease the V naught by 273.15. V naught minus the 2 times up means V naught 273.15 for 1 degree and then again plus V naught by 273.15 for another degree. This is 1 degree minus 1 degree. Listen, 0 degree Celsius. Then become minus 1 and then become minus 2 degree Celsius. So for minus 1 degree Celsius V naught by 273.15 then plus V naught by 273.15. Can we write? So we can write 2 into V naught upon 273.15. 5 parts. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood it. Now suppose at the temperature will decrease till the minus 273.15 degree Celsius temperature. What will we get the volume? Volume of gas will equal to V naught minus 273.15 V naught divided by 273.15. Now from here we can 273.15 cancel out, V naught minus V naught, that we get that 0. So volume at minus 273.15 that will become 0. Means if we keep on decreasing the temperature, then a point of the temperature we will get, that is minus 273.15. At that temperature the volume of the gas will be 0. What does mean of it? Means the matter has lost its identity, or only the gaseous state of matters has lost its identity. Means at 273.15 temperature, degree Celsius temperature, there will be no existence of the gaseous state. So we can write that is at minus 273.15 degree Celsius, the volume of the gas becomes 0. Means volume of gas becomes 0. means at this temperature gaseous state of matter does not exist. Means at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius in negative, there will be no existence of the gaseous state of matter. Either maybe in the liquid state or maybe in the solid state. But the gaseous state of matter does not exist at this temperature. The first conclusion we have drawn from this observation. The second, we call the temperature temperature at which volume of gas become become 0, 0, 0, we call that temperature is absolute temperature. Absolute temperature means the temperature at which volume of the gas becomes 0, that temperature is known as absolute temperature. And do you know that absolute temperature is expressed absolute temperature is expressed as 0 Kelvin. So 0 Kelvin is the absolute temperature, right? Generally we call it as 0 Kelvin, which is the wrong. We need to pronounce it 0 degree Kelvin. So read it degree Kelvin, which is the SI unit of temperature. 0 Kelvin. So 0 Kelvin is the absolute temperature. At the 0 Kelvin temperature, the volume of the gas become 0. We can write the some conclusion we can draw from this point, 0 Kelvin. So we can write minus 273.15 degrees Celsius is equal to 0 Kelvin. Clear? Then we can write 0 degrees Celsius, that will equal to 273.15 Kelvin at 2.731.5 degrees Celsius. Then minus 272.15 minus 71 minus 270 minus 200, then we will come and we will reach to 0 degrees Celsius. That 0 degrees Celsius will become 273.15 Kelvin. This is a relation between 0 degrees Celsius and Kelvin. Kelvin is 273.15 larger than the 0 degrees Celsius. So according to convention, according to one convention we have, when we express or denote temperature in degree Celsius, so we use the small t. It is used to denote temperature in degree Celsius, and capital T, it is used to denote temperature in Kelvin, degree Kelvin. So in degree Kelvin, when we express our temperature in degree Kelvin, we need to take the T, and when we express our temperature in small t, that means that is we are expressing in the term of degree Celsius. For degree Celsius we should take the T, and for Kelvin, degree Kelvin, we should take the capital T. So 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. For that we can write according to this convention, we can write 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. It is a temperature at T0, means temperature is 0 Kelvin. Clear? T0. Then for if the temperature T degree Celsius, temperature at T degree Celsius, so we will write T plus 273.15 and this total sum will be in Kelvin, and we can write for it the T designation. So T and T, this is we represent the Kelvin temperature, and this is we represent Kelvin temperature. If the T degree Celsius, for degree Celsius we use the term T. For any T degree Celsius temperature, the value of K will be T plus 273.15 Kelvin is equal to T. So this is one of the very important relation we have drawn through this concept. The 0 degree Celsius, that will equal to 273.15 Kelvin. Now in class 9th standard you have studied that 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. Now we have proven here that why 0 degree Celsius temperature is the 273.15 Kelvin. Clear? Why? When we calculate the temperature in Kelvin, then we add the 273.15 this constant value to the temperature in degree Celsius. So you have noted down, then I will continue with the case second. Now from case 1 we have calculated 0 degree Celsius 273.15 Kelvin, that is equal to T naught, and T degree Celsius is equal to T plus 273.15 Kelvin, that is equal to T. Now the case second. Case second is here about, in the case first we decreases the temperature and find out this relation. Now on increasing temperature, so at 0 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas V naught, then at 1 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas will be equal to V naught plus V naught divided by 273.15. This volume will increase, this amount of the original volume will increase. At 2 degree Celsius temperature, volume of gas will equal to V naught plus 2 times of V naught by 273.15. At any T degree Celsius, temperature, volume of gas will equal to V naught plus T times of V naught by 273.15. So this is our new volume at T degree Celsius temperature. So we can write the volume at T degree Celsius temperature is equal to V naught plus T into V naught divided by 273.15. Understood? Vt, volume at T temperature, V naught is plus T into V naught by 273.15. So we got this one relation. That relation will help us to understand the variation in volume with temperature with the help of graph. So here I am going to draw a graph. This graph will show the relation between volume at T degree Celsius temperature versus temperature T. So if this is, suppose this is y axis, this is x axis. At y axis, see, for drawing a graph we have a relation, that is y is equal to mx x plus c. So we can write it in the form of mx plus c in such way. This is our m and t is the x and v naught is c. So y is what? Y is indicate that axis, x is y here axis, and m is the slope of graph, and c is the intercept at y axis. So y axis, at y axis we have taken v, t, and at x axis t, temperature. So we get the intercept at y axis at v naught, means the volume keep on increasing, temperature keep on increasing. So at any point we get that this is intercept. So a graph we will get volume versus temperature, slope is the positive slope and this value is constant. So then we get that linear straight line graph that will divide at the point C at y axis. This C point value is what? This C point value is V naught, and temperature, here the temperature is the 0 degree Celsius. When this temperature decreases, when we move this side, then temperature decreases and we reach at the point minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. At this point, this graph when we extend, so this graph will meet at this point, means let us see this graph closely. We are observing that volume decreases with the temperature decreases. Temperature decreases, volume keep on decreasing, and it became here, this is the 0. Volume became 0. At this point, the point of this temperature is what? Minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Is it clear? At minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, the volume became 0, and at 0 degrees Celsius, the volume of the gas will be V naught, and when we continue temperature, we will get a temperature at this any point when the temperature was 0 Kelvin. Suppose this temperature is the 0 Kelvin or 273.15 degrees Celsius, the volume will be this. Means keep on increasing temperature, the volume of the gas will keep on increases. So with the help of this relation, we can draw or we can explain this relation of the volume versus temperature with the help of graph, and finally we got from this graph is that the volume of the gas at minus 273.15 degrees Celsius becomes 0. Is it clear? So clear. The second statement I am going to make, and one graph is left. So let me wipe it first. This is the first relation, and one graph we have got. We have drawn one graph. Then suppose, see here, take the V naught common from here. This is write the equation 1. Take V naught common. So Vt divided by V naught is equal to 1 plus T. We get 1 plus T divided by 273.15. Is it clear? Clear? Now what conclusion we can make from this expression? Let us see. Bt, V naught, we can write Bt by V naught is equal to 273.15 plus T divided by 273.15. Let us see what a very interesting fact we are going to reveal from this expression. So what happened? See here, 273.15 plus T is what? This is the value of capital T. Can we replace it by capital T? Yes, of course. So we can write here Vt divided by V naught is equal to capital T divided by this value is equal to T naught, 273.15 Kelvin. So this is a T naught. So we got this relation one, and we change this relation in such way we can write such as Vt is equal to V naught by T naught and T. Now V naught, the volume at 0 degree Celsius, volume at 0 degree Celsius, and T is the temperature at 273 Kelvin, 0.15 Kelvin. T naught is the temperature 273.15 Kelvin, and V naught is the volume at 0 degree Celsius. Means we can write the same things. Means at T naught temperature, volume of the gas will be V naught. The relation 0 degree Celsius 273.15 Kelvin. So temperature at 273, or we can write at 0 degree Celsius. Are you getting my point? Means V naught it is the volume of the gas at 0 degree Celsius temperature, and it will be constant. So this value our will be constant. This value will be constant, and when this value will be constant, we can write Bt is directly proportional to T. This is the alternative statement of Charles' law. Most of the times we use to explain the Charles' law by this relation. Is it clear? Alternative. So how we will explain this alternative? So I am drawing this graph and going to draw one graph on the basis of this concept that is Bt versus T also, but the something different. Now see the relation, how we express. We can write here at constant pressure and mass, volume of gas is directly proportional to the temperature. Directly proportional to the temperature. This is the alternative explanation of Charles' law. Is it clear? So you have to note it down it. Let us there is some disturbance. Let be 1 minute. So graph we can draw that is Vt, V naught, T naught by V naught by T naught and T. So when we draw the graph, so we will get that suppose this temperature is 273.15 around. This is a temperature and this is a V volume. So temperature versus volume. This value is constant. Y is equal to mx plus c. So y at Vt, y at a y axis the volume, and the T x axis, this y axis, and there is no intercept. So V naught by T naught is the constant slope we will get. So the something graph is like that we will get, that will reach at the volume is the 0 at 273.15 degrees Celsius. If I ask that what is the value of this slope, so this slope value will be V naught by T naught. Clear? And another point is that what is the temperature? If what is the temperature at this point, what will be the temperature at this point, what will be the temperature at this point. So I tell you, since throughout the process the pressure was constant, that's why the pressure of this line at each and every point will be same. So pressure is here constant, and when we got a graph, a line, straight line at constant pressure, that we call isobar. So this is the isobar graph. If the pressure decreases, then we get that another same as that is comes 0, but the graph is something up. Means here suppose this is a P1 and this is P2. So what is the relation between P1 and P2? P1 is less than P2. Is it clear? P1 is less than P2. So this graph means the value of pressure increases, then the slope of the graph will move towards the temperature axis, towards down, right? At last, one point we have, that is the significance of this law. From this conclusion, we understood if the temperature increases, significance, hot air balloon, This hot air balloon, it is an instrument that we use in the meteorological observation. Means what is the what is the hot air balloon? As you know that atmospheric air is the cold, okay, and the relation we have, volume keep on increases if the temperature increases, means the temperature, volume decreases and temperature decreases, means at 25 degrees Celsius volume of atmospheric gas, suppose V, so when the temperature will increase to 40 degrees Celsius, then volume will also increase V. Suppose this is a V1, then it will be V2. So here V2 is greater than V1. So volume, as we know that if the volume increases, then density of the gas decreases and a hot air became lighter than the atmospheric air, and when we feel hot air in a balloon, that balloon rise up. So this concept we use in hot air balloon during the meteorological observation. So at last I tell you, thank you, wish you all the best, enjoy your day and do study. If any doubt you have, you write in comment box. Thank you.